So, see any metheads around, just let me know. And plus, if you see any cops around, let me know. Fredericton Police hasn't been too, they're acting different a little bit lately. When usually when they confront the metheads, I watch from a distance, just see what's going on. And usually they ignore me, but this time around, last week, okay, Charles, we got everything under control. So we could be, me and the Fredericton Police could be heading for a confrontation, but then everything will have to come out when they send the Emerson Police after me to have me killed. Anyway, focus. Everything will come out once we find out the Fredericton Police are returning to the old ways. Okay, focus, Charles. There's one issue that I want to talk about. I can't go in an open field because God knows there's no open field here in in this area. You can't go by the river because it's all full of needles and metheads. So I decided to go in front of the legislator because if a person screams and holler, then everybody thinks that they're screaming against the government. Susan Holt. Well, she still won't sit down with me. There's one issue that I never talk about. I told about 100 people. They said, what? And I didn't want to give, I didn't want the people that I acknowledge these people what they did about 2 to 3 months ago. Time flies. Because, I just ignore it. But it's a funny story in a way, and in another way, I won't swear, it's sad. One day, I got home, and then I saw, paper on my doorknob. It was sort of like a politician during the election. Oh, we were here, but we miss you. And this time around, it was from the New Brunswick SPCA. I said, no, there's a lot of swearing. I'm sorry. If you got kids in the room, tell them to go away. So, don't matter anyway. It's like Danny Waters once said, what's the matter, lady? Your kid never hear the word? Whatever. So, the SPCA, the New Brunswick SPCA, we were at your door, and we miss you. So it was 11:50 in the morning, right 10 minutes before noon. And this time around, when I saw it, it was 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So I said, what the fuck? What the hell the New Brunswick, the SPCA want to talk to me for? So I called them. Are you looking for Charles LeBlanc? I said, yes, Charles. Yes, Charles. We're at your door. Yeah. What is this all about? Well, we had a complaint. Complaint about what? Well, had a complaint that you were abusing the dog. Who, me? Abusing the dog? Who would complain and then, oh, let me guess, you're not allowed to tell me who. No, when it's a second court, or Crime Stoppers, you're not allowed to, these anonymous people, you're not allowed to say who called or whatever, who complained. So then at the end, he goes, Facebook. I go, Facebook? You mean you agree everything that's on Facebook? Anyway, he said, Charles, calm down. See, I can't do this home because I'm going to raise the voice a little bit. He said, calm down, Charles, calm down. So he said, he goes like this. He goes, no, we had a complaint, and Charles, we have to investigate every complaint. I said, okay. He says, we'll be over your place. What do you mean, we? What are you talking about? He said, Charles, calm down. I said, do I need a goddamn army here? Do I need 10 people? He said, Charles, calm down. I said, okay, how many people? Then he says, will only be 2 individuals. Okay? And then he goes, then he goes like this. He goes, we'll drop in sometime tomorrow. Sometime tomorrow? I have ADHD. You expect me to stay here all day tomorrow? Anyway, then he goes, Charlie. And then he called me from Charles to Charlie. So, Charlie, calm down. He goes, okay, what time do you want us to be there? Not too often, the SPCA says, okay, we're going to drop over your place. What time do you want us to be there? That don't happen. So I said, I don't know, 10 o'clock. Yeah, okay, we'll be there at 10. I said, all right. So I said, I'll tell you one thing right now. Just because of you guys, I'm going to sleep with my eyes open all night long. So everything was fine. Now I said to myself, all right, this is going to be showtime. I had him around my waist. And I said, if you think these bastards are going to take Deogy, that's not going to happen. I said, they'll have to call the police. I had everything all planned. Then call the police right now. The police arrive. Then I looked, I said, okay, who made the complaint? I said, you guys must have made the complaint. Then, who, us? I said, you guys label me as a pedophile, so therefore you guys made a complaint. Then next thing you know, the RCMP, I said, call the RCMP here. And then with the cops, the RCMP, just for one complaint. And that's the thing about the complaint. The complaint was on Facebook. Deogy, I said on Facebook, he, every time he lays down, he goes, ugh. So I turned around, I said, the night before, I told somebody that. He said, Charles, don't you go, when you lay down. I go, touche, we're getting old. I hate that word. So that's what it was. So I said, I'm going to keep him home for 2 weeks. And, of course, he'll piss and shit, but I'm going to keep him home. Facebook, oh my God, that's abuse. He's abusing the dog. Of course, anybody. And so that's where it happened. That's why I didn't want to acknowledge these fucking idiots to do a video until now. So, next thing you know, they showed up. 10 o'clock sharp. And I said, okay, it's showtime. One big guy and one guy, older guy. And then the first I told them, I said, you guys owe me a bottle of Tide detergent. They said, what for? I said, I sweated all night. I said, one of my blankets is wet. Nightmares. So anyway, I said, all right, what is this all about? So the older guy looked at Deogy, just looked far away, said, that dog's not being abused. Deogy was just going. So we turned around. We chatted. I did learn something. Timbits are no good for dog. One guy told me he had a dog for 18 years. He lived for 18 years. He only served him dry food only. And it's funny, I talked to somebody yesterday, their dog lived for 16 years and all they serve him was people's food. So who knows, maybe it's like humans. When God calls you, yes, you will go to heaven. And we will meet there for eternity. And we're going to be cremated and right by the Bucket Club, right in that big valley. Anyway, focus, Charles. So, turn around. Oh my God, I went. So, so no Timbits, because people were giving him Timbits like crazy. And Timbits not good for a dog. All right, no more Timbits. I eat 3/4. Of course, I shouldn't eat it either. I give maybe a quarter. And that I cut off the Timbits. So I did learn that. So the members of the SPCA, they did learn something. They paid the price. They had to listen to me for half an hour. So I said, I won't see them back. I told them, it's okay, guys, when I stop breathing, get the hell out. And we never talk about the issue of met heads. I think I did tell him the only problem with this dog, he hates meatheads. So that was all right. Then there was a problem. About 2 weeks later, I saw on Facebook, it must be true if it's on Facebook. I'm starting to hate Facebook. Might just, fuck it, just like the old days. Okay, someone had a pit bull, I hear meatheads, got loose and attacked another dog. And the beginning of the summer, there was lots of meatheads running around with dogs. And many of them calls them service dogs. Yeah, pit bull service dog. I had a pit bull in St. John. Was the nicest pet I ever had. He's on you. So he attacked another dog. Well, I was so mad when I heard it. I emailed the SPCA. I said, you goddamn bastard, you fucking asshole. I said, why don't you fucking go downtown and watch those meatheads with the pit bulls instead of going after a complaint from Facebook. I swore all through the email. I said, do your fucking job. And I was furious. So then I got a reply. Excuse me, Charles. I think they said Mr. LeBlanc. I think you want to talk to the New Brunswick SPCA. This is the SPCA. Whoops, sorry. So I said I copy paste to the New Brunswick SPCA. So anyway, they had to pay the price. Like I said, they had to listen to me for half an hour. I won't see them again. I'm repeating myself. But okay, the SPCA got to do their job. Some people say sometimes they see people, they see animal being abused, and the SPCA don't follow the complaint. But this time around they did, and it was like I said, the guy was this tall and the other guy whatever. It would have turned into violence. There's no question about it. The cops would have been there, and there's no way. And I told that story. They said, you abused Deogy? Let's see here. I know, you're bored. Are you being abused, you? Huh? Listen, do I have it on me? Okay, wait a minute. Do I have it on me? This is way too long. So, you're being abused? This is not good for you, huh? No. I never did this before. Well, let's see. You want to try it? Okay, let's see. There. So, okay, so you're being abused. Yeah. Oh, you like carrots? Here. I'll do some more? Okay, go ahead. Since you're being abused. And, oh my God, look at that. You're still going. But that would be abuse because the dog is eating too many carrots. So, since he's eating too many carrots, that's not good for his system. So those idiots on Facebook, you could call the New Brunswick SPCA and say the dog's being abused because he's eating too many fucking carrots.